Eusthenopteron, what a guy. A famed member of the Sarcopterygi family. That is your granddad. Now, someone asked me a little while ago, can you make a video on Eusthenopteron? I cannot say it, Eusthenopteron, because it is one of the first creatures that led to the evolution of humans. And I said yes. Now imagine yourself, it's 370 million years ago. You're in the late Devonian, you're in what is now North America or Europe, you probably are, and you spy a fellow Eusthenopteron. It's flailing around in the brackish, shallow waters of some creek. It's looking for small fish and it's clambering around the rocks and the plants and it's looking for these tiny little snacks because it is an absolute unit. It went from 1.5 to 8.5 meters long. Like, it was big. It was a long boy and it needed protein. It was snacking like a gym lad to get to that size. Like, have you seen the state of those teeth? They are terrifying. That is nightmarish. But why is it so important? This is one of the first species that we could say is the closest to the main line that led to the first tetrapods. Now, what is a tetrapod? A tetrapod is a limbed creature with a vertebrae. So basically, most land animals, reptiles, mammals, dinosaurs, and us. And it also allows us to see what the skeletal anatomy of those that were almost at the tetrapod stage but not quite look like. So it had a pectoral fin. And this is very important because pectoral fins allow for greater maneuverability in water. This was a lobed fish, much like the coelacanths. And this fish is very important because it's basically 2 steps removed from the Tiktaalik, which I think is not how you pronounce it. Now, if you know your paleontology, you will know that the Tiktaalik, which is not what I said before, was the first creature that every single tetrapod is related to who actually came out the water and stayed out the water. Unlike its slightly earlier cousin, Quickictania wakei, who would go on to heave itself out the water, have a little look around on dry land and go, nah, I'm going back in. And that's exactly what it did. However, this all happened about 5 to 10 million years after the peak of the Eusthenopteron, which for some reason my tongue just doesn't want to say. And unfortunately, our granddad, our one and only, left the earth, left the face of the earth around 370 million years ago, and we only have their fossilized remains with us today. So although this is obviously not anthropology or archaeology, it is paleontology, which, you know, is a side love for me. That's like if I'm feeling a little bit fruity, a little bit bored, I'll go into the Devonian and have a peer around at the Carboniferous trees, you know. Nonetheless, it does directly link straight back to us, and that is that. I think that was really rambly, but like, what can one do? Hopefully I should actually have some fun stuff coming up soon, considering I am in Swabia. So we'll see.